It is the same card that fell on top of the other three that fell, so I'm taking it. Obviously, we need to see that card for some reason. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, feeling generous, feeling encouraged, feeling like accomplished, successful, like things are about to go your way. Now I say about because I feel like some of you are like, oh, they're not really going my way. But what is going on here, Cancer? Because I feel like a lot of you are over. I want to say over the situation, but it's weird. It's like you still have a connection. Some of you are in communication with them, some of them are not, with him or her. But it's interesting because this is an abundance, it's satisfaction, it's accomplishment, it's success. But this is your theme. So I don't know what's going on here because obviously there's reconciliation to be thought about. So I feel like you're finding success and feeling accomplished in other areas, and maybe that's pushing you in the direction of being successful, on your own or with this other person. Let's see what's going on. Because the Nine of Pentacles in the theme of the month is just saying success all around, abundance all around. So let's see what it has to do with reconciliation. The first card you have is your current position coming into the month. You're wearing the mask. So you have the Nine. The Nines there might be something significant, which is really strange, Cancer. I just had a conversation with somebody about nines and how it's supposed to be this universal math thing. Anyways, you can Google it or look it up. But the Nine of Wands here is telling me this is capability, this is stamina, this is strength, this is the ultimate. So this is saying, Cancer, regardless of what's going on with your love life, you're getting your other things in tune. You're checking checks and balances, right? You're making sure your family life, your work life, all those things, you're kind of like, I hate to say it, but you're kind of like, fuck it. I have a lot of things to worry about, and I've worried about these situations so much, and I have so much going for me and so many things that could possibly come to fruition for me. And I've spent so much time thinking and sacrificing my energies in this situation that I just can't do it. Underneath this mask, of course, there's a connection. Of course you love them. Of course you want to be with them. Of course you want that energy. But the Nine of Wands is saying you, and who else got this? Gosh. Was it Aquarius? I don't know. I don't want to even, because I don't remember, but somebody got this card in the exact same position. And it strikes me as the same thing I said to them. Whether you reconcile with this person or don't, you're good. You're golden. It's almost like you've been through the grief, the crap, all the shitty parts of it, and now you're coming out the other end, like accomplished and feeling like, if anything, I've gotten great strides in knowing my own self-worth and what I will find another time. Okay? The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. You have the Lover. So some of you are still talking to this person, some of you are not. Maybe it's more of you're missing them over a passion, lust type energy. The Lover's card is a duality. So this is definitely somebody you have a very strong connection with. And don't denote that at all, because you definitely have a passion with this person. But at the end of the day, can you guys accomplish success together? Or do you do better accomplishing it on your own? Do they do better accomplishing it on their own? Or when you're together, is it love and passion and all these wonderful, grandiose ideas, but does it come to fruition? And that's what the Lovers, having Lovers here, this is the Lovers on your mind. So this is you missing them, or feeling that passion, or missing their touch, or missing the physicality. But at the same time, it feels like you almost know that you can't go to this place with them unless they have their shit together, unless they've figured it out. Because I feel like you're dealing with somebody who maybe is immature, maybe narcissistic, something to where you've had to strive and survive on your own, and instead of having a partner who helps you get there and encourages you to get there. The next card you have is your distant past, over the past 5-10 years, could be throughout childhood. You have the Eight of Pentacles. This is work, this is dutiful, this is making things happen, this is all about work, work, work. And so I feel like for a lot of you, maybe it was always about work. Maybe this usually this is long time gone, but for some reason I'm getting the shout out that like this is always taken work, like it's work, work, work. Whereas this, like being on your own, you've accomplished things without a struggle. And so I feel like it's hard for you because this has been such a struggle. And before, you were kind of like taught, if you put the hard work in, you can make it happen. But you can't make somebody love you. You can't love somebody you don't. There's all these different disparities that go into it. And so the Eight of Pentacles coming up here is kind of me feeling like the universe is saying, you've put a lot of hard work into this, but now it's time to put hard work into yourself. And when you put hard work in, it does pay off. but maybe the payout in return is in you. Maybe it's taking care of you instead of worrying about what the hell anybody else is doing. If they're worthy of being in your life or you theirs, then it will come to fruition. And I feel like you kind of feel like, well, I've made these strides, so we'll get back together and things will be great. But have they made strides? And what are they focused on? And are they willing to put the time and energy into you the way you're putting it into yourself and the way that you've always put it into them? Because I feel like there's like this consistency where you, because you're a Cancer, right? And you have that soft underbelly but hard shell. But once you let somebody in your shell, you're consistently like nurturing and whatnot. But other people don't necessarily work that way. And Cancer being the cardinal water sign, you have this power and this strength and this third eye and this empathy and all these different things that you're so capable of, that sometimes they're just, people can't connect with it because they're so focused on themselves, or they're so focused on the non-emotional aspects, whereas Cancer kind of has the all combined, if that makes sense. Like, you can be emotional when you need to be emotional, but you can put the hard work in to career, etc., when you need to. And some people have to focus on one thing or another, if that makes sense. The next card you have is your immediate past. Over the past 2 weeks, past month or two, and this makes sense. This is why you're building up to where you are, whether you need to be on your own or not. You have the Five of Swords. This is a defeat. This is a Pyrrhic victory. This is feeling like you were heading in one direction and then it's just defeated. This is kind of feeling, this makes me feel like some of you reconnected with this person and nothing's changed. They're still the same, but you're striving. Or it could be vice versa, that they're striving and nothing's changed with you. But I feel like with the Five of Swords here, it's like a letdown the past couple of months. You've been like, okay, or you really thought that if you guys took time apart, they would get their shit together, or they would understand where you're coming from. Because I feel like they're telling you, oh yes, I love you, I want this, I want this, I want this. And yet nothing about what they're doing is showing you that. And you're just feeling defeated. Like, hey, I thought if we took this break, or hey, I thought time apart, time heals all wounds, etc. And yet at the same time, it's just not, it's not coming to fruition. So you feel like defeated as far as where this person's concerned. Like, maybe they've told you, oh, everything's going to be great. And it's the same old bullshit. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is a nurturing energy. This is a loving, a very motherly energy. This is somebody who wants contentedness for everybody. The Queen of Pentacles, having this as your distant future card, tells me that you will love again. I don't know if it'll be this person. Let's see what the rest of the read says, but that you will love again, because that is in your nature, Cancer. You are somebody who wants to give wholeheartedly. You want to hand your heart to somebody and say, okay, I think you will take care of my heart and I will take care of your heart. When you love unconditionally. When you care, you can't turn it off. Some people can turn it on and off, on and off, on and off. Cancers cannot do that. When you share your love, when you share the wealth, etc., you continue to do so for that person. And the Queen of Pentacles is telling me that you will again. I just don't know that it's going to be this person. The next card you have is your immediate future. So throughout the month of March, yeah, see, those are the sacrifices I was talking about. This is throughout the month of March. The Hanged Man, this is self-awareness, this is wisdom, this is sacrifices. This tells me, Cancer, you're willing to sacrifice for this person if they can show you that they deserve it. It's almost like you've placated them. You have, they've monopolized your time to a certain extent, and you're just kind of done. You're like, no. I sacrificed for you. You didn't sacrifice for me. So here I am making it up on the back end with these nines, trying to take care of me, trying to get my stamina, my capability, believe in myself, have somebody behind me, have somebody have my back. And guess what? Who has my back? I do. You don't, I do. And so you're kind of saying to this person this month, you know what? You got stuff to take care of. Great. You take care of your stuff. I got stuff to take care of too. And if you can come back and you can be by my side and we can be a team and join, then maybe we can make it happen. But no more sacrifices. I'm not sacrificing me, myself, my time, energy, because you haven't done that, and you haven't done that in a long time. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to come throughout the month. And how did I know that something like that was going to show up? This can last for a day, 20 minutes, etc. But this is something you'll experience. This is a Hierophant card. It's Taurus's card, which actually I've been told that Cancer and Taurus are a very good fit. So interestingly enough, you could be dealing with a Taurus, or you may meet a Taurus, Cancer. And I say meet because I feel very strange here that some of you are going to meet somebody this month other than your ex, and there may be some sort of opportunity to have this again. Now, the Hierophant is leaving something up to a higher power. It's letting the universe, God, whoever you believe in, take the wheel. Whatever you believe is the higher power, the energies that be, this is saying allow them to take the wheel. Allow them to play this chessboard. You're on this game board, okay? But you need to let them help move the pieces, because I feel like some of you are trying to control it. You want answers, and yet you're not getting what you want, and you may never get what you want from this person. So allow the universe to move in its mysterious way. Because I say that and I giggle, and I'm not trying to giggle, but when I say mysterious, I feel like all of a sudden you're going to be like, this person's going to pop out of nowhere. And not your ex, like somebody else is going to pop out and be like, hey, and you're like, hey, and they're going to be like, hi, I'm here. And you're going to be like, who are you? And then like, it's almost like your ex is like dust in the wind. It's really strange. I don't know. That could be for like one of you, but it's really strange. Okay. Yeah. See right there. Okay. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. The Ace of Pentacles, opportunity, a plethora of opportunity. This is all good things coming. I love the Ace of Pentacles. Now again, this is how you're feeling, but if you feel this, you can manifest this. This is manifesting. These nines, stamina, capability, abundance, accomplishment. That's what you're manifesting. That's what you're thinking about. You're not thinking about just getting back with this person. You're not thinking like, oh, my life would be so much better if I just had this person in my life. No, you're thinking, you know what? You want to come along for the ride and get off of your narcissistic horse? Then great. But right now the focus is on me, because the Ace of Coins is a beginning. It's an opportunity. It's potential. This is beginnings. And I feel like some of you, as much as you love this ex and as much as you have that connection with them, you're kind of going, you know what? I need a new beginning. Yes, maybe with this person. But for some of you, I kind of feel like maybe you're going to put your feelers out and see what new beginnings are out there for you, because you're kind of like, I'm tired of this. I've been waiting patiently. I've been trying to figure it out. You keep telling me and telling me and telling me and telling me, repeating, like I am now, that we're going to move into this spot, or I love you. I want to be with you. I want to, bullshit. I smell your bullshit a mile away. So I'm going to seek out new opportunities. I love you. I still have a connection, but it just feels like it just feels like it's stagnant with this person, that they're going to continue to tell you what you want to hear. Nothing's changing, Cancer. And I think some of you know that deeply. Yeah, okay. And the next card you have is your hopes and fears. Again, internal, so it's not something that's going to happen necessarily, but it's how you're feeling. And the Three of Swords is heartbreak, pain, despair. You're worried if you get back to this together with this person, that's what you're going to get. The Spheric victory every time. You're going to take a chance, you're going to take them back, and it's going to be a letdown. When do you finally cut ties? Yes, you know when you cut ties, it's going to hurt like hell. It's going to hurt, it's going to be painful, it's going to be unbearable. But guess what? When you cut those ties, new opportunities come in. The universe can help move you in that direction. Maybe the universe is waiting on you this time. Maybe for the first time ever, it's going, hey, Cancer, by the way, cut this shit out. Yeah, it's going to be painful. It's going to hurt. You may feel like it's the end of your life. You may feel like nothing else is ever going to come in. And the universe is going, well, I've been waiting for you to cut all this crap out so we could bring this new opportunity. The next card you have is your outcome, and you have the Wheel of Fortune. That makes perfect sense here. Cancer, the Wheel of Fortune is unplanned changes. This is destiny. This is what's supposed to come towards you. You have the Hierophant telling you, hey, let the universe take the wheel. You have the Wheel of Fortune here saying, look, changes are coming. Now, I'm not saying it can't be changes with this person, but I feel like for a majority of you, it's going to be changes in a whole different direction. It's almost like the universe has been waiting to let this person in, but you've been holding it up. You've been putting the crank in the wheel. You've been, or removing the crank from the wheel, so to speak. You've been holding it up. We can't let this person in, the universe is saying, until you let go of the baggage and the BS of this other person who's held you down for a long time. They've interfered in several different ways here. Oh, these cards are being weird. They've interfered in several different ways. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying, look, destiny's coming, and unplanned changes, whether you like it or not, that's coming. And you can't do a thing about it. Like, we're going to make it happen. Yeah, I mean, you could make it smoother by getting out of the universe's way and stop making the same decisions. It's the definition of crazy, right? The definition of crazy is doing the same things over and over and expecting a different outcome. Cancer, if it's a duck, it quacks like a duck, it's a duck. If it's not going to change its feathers. And if you think it will, and you've given it this chance over and over and over, and it doesn't, then it's not going to, Cancer, unfortunately. Now, the Sun card coming out, that's very interesting. I'm going to take both of these because I find that just very interesting. The Sun card coming out here is amazing, because this is clarity. This is the fog is lifted. It's almost like you get clear-headed and you go, you know what? I've put up with your bullshit over and over and over. I'm sorry, Cancer. I'm just going to come out and say I don't think reconciliation is the best idea. Do I think it's in the future? Possibly, because I do feel like there's some unfinished business. There's a reason you guys cannot get rid of this connection, because you have the Lovers here twice. You could be connecting with a Gemini again, but or a Leo, because you have the Sun. But again, there's some sort of connection here. However, I almost wonder if, because you're feeling this connection when you move into the month, but then you know things have to change, that you end up in a different connection. Like I said, the universe almost saying, shut that window. What are you doing? We're trying to open a door. The wheel is telling you have to move. And again, if you're not willing to do it, the wheel will change it for you. So maybe this other person you're connecting with is just going to be like, I'm done. And you're going to be like, okay, well, I have no other choice but to move on. Or whatever it is, I feel like you might be forced in that situation, but the outcome is extremely good. Because here you have the Sun. Again, clarity, the fog is lifted. This is self-awareness. The Sun is a beautiful card. It's saying, hey, Cancer, you've got this. Regardless, you have the strength. You've got it. So what are you waiting for? Yes, it's painful. For some of you, it's more of a, you're just used to the situation, right? It's just so, it's so ingrained. It's almost like a day-to-day routine that you don't realize how much it's just gone and it's time to move on. Now, like I said, you have the Lovers and the Knight of Wands clarifying your distant future, which is allowing somebody to love you. This is the Knight of Wands. That's charming. It's romantic. This is the horse, knight in shining armor, so to speak. This is somebody rushing in. So I feel like, Cancer, once you close this door, a new door is going to open like quick and swift. And you're not going to have to do a lot of getting over this other person, because you've already practically, you've gotten over it. Just maybe a smidge of you is like, there's still this connection. You will always love this person. This is a very strong connection for you, Cancer. But at the same time, they're not taking care of you. They're not there for you. They're there for themselves. And I just feel like there's so many other opportunities. There's like all this potential and this plethora to come at you. And then to get the Lovers twice, which again, even with the Lovers coming up here in the beginning, I feel like, yeah, maybe you get back together with them and hook up. I hate to say that. Maybe there's a physical aspect. Maybe you miss that passion. But at the end of the day, you don't miss how you feel with them. You don't miss all the sacrifices you made. You don't miss the heartbreak that you're always hanging on to or you're rehashing over and over. So Cancer, unfortunately, I don't really think reconciliation is the best idea, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. You've got the two Lovers. I mean, I could read this completely different if I was being untrue to myself, and I'm just not going to do that. So I'm telling you like it is, Cancer. I don't see it in the cards as reconciliation, but man, I see something amazing coming in, replacing whatever this is. All right, Cancer, have an amazing month.